Learning a language can be difficult and discouraging without the proper guidance. However, it can be fun if you know what you're doing. While it's not hard to start learning a new language, many find it hard to keep going. The first thing you need to know is how our brain remembers things and what neuroplasticity is. Neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to change and reorganize itself based on new experiences and learning. When we learn a new language, our brain creates new neural pathways and connections to process the new information. These new connections strengthen and become more efficient as we continue to practice and use the language, and our brain becomes more adept at processing the language. Neuroplasticity is particularly important in language learning because it allows our brain to adapt to the new linguistic and cultural environment. Studies have shown that learning a new language can lead to changes in the structure and function of the brain, particularly in areas involved in language processing and executive function. In addition, research has suggested that bilingualism and multilingualism can have cognitive benefits, such as improved memory, attention, and problem-solving skills. To improve neuroplasticity associated with learning languages, here's what you should do. Use different senses. Engage as many senses as possible in the language learning process. For example, watch videos in the target language to improve your listening and comprehension skills, and use flashcards or other visual aids to learn vocabulary. Learn in different environments. Learning in different environments can stimulate the brain and increase neuroplasticity. Try studying in different places, like a coffee shop or a park, to make the learning experience more dynamic. Challenge yourself. Neuroplasticity is enhanced when we push ourselves to learn new things. Challenge yourself by learning new vocabulary, grammar rules, or idiomatic expressions. Get enough sleep. Sleep is crucial for the consolidation of new memories and learning. Make sure to get enough sleep to help your brain process and retain new information. BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor, is a protein that helps maintain neurons in the brain. It is known to be involved in synaptic plasticity, which is the ability of the brain to change and adapt to new information. BDNF is particularly important for language learning because it promotes the growth and strengthening of neural connections involved in language processing. When we learn a new language, our brain creates new neural pathways and connections to process the new linguistic and cultural information. Exercise has been shown to improve brain function and increase neuroplasticity, and the increase in the protein BDNF, which declines with age. Incorporate physical activity into your routine to boost your brain power. Now, to move on to probably the best method or approach to learn new languages, the solar system theory. This is a language learning method devised by Nathaniel Drew. It compares the process of learning a new language to the structure of a solar system. In this theory, the language learner is the sun, and the aspects of the language itself are the planets, around which other aspects of the language learning orbit. Language learners should focus on the core elements of the language, such as grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, which are the planets that orbit the language itself. These core elements are essential for effective communication and understanding in the target language. The center of the solar system is the most used words in the language. The further orbits represent the less frequent words. This means you need to rank words and terms by importance, prioritizing the most frequent ones. How often do we use the words like yes, no, the, to, of, etc., or verbs like can, want, have, or to be? These words would go in the center of the solar system. So if you want to learn a language faster, you have to become an expert in the most frequently used words and use them as a building block to tackle the less frequent words, the planets that are further out in the solar system. Here's the thing, the center orbit contains the most frequently used words, right? So since these words are more important, the center circle will be much bigger than the rest, meaning the most space inside. These words make up a majority of language use and take up a majority of the solar system. And technically, as you make more circles categorizing the frequency of words, as you get further out, the circles will be smaller, meaning less space in between. Other aspects of language learning, such as culture, reading and writing, and listening and speaking, are considered the moons that orbit the core elements. These aspects are important for developing a deeper understanding and proficiency in the language. To summarize the solar system theory, It emphasizes the importance of mastering the core elements of the language before moving on to the more complex aspects of language learning. By building a strong foundation in grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation, you can improve your ability to communicate and understanding in your language. The key to successful language learning is to engage multiple areas of your brain. This means focusing on not just vocabulary and grammar, but also conversation, listening, and cultural understanding. Immersion is one of the most effective ways to learn a new language. Being surrounded by native speakers and actively participating in conversations is a great way to practice and improve your language skills. Another great way to immerse yourself in a language is through media. Listening to music and watching TV shows and movies in the target language can help you improve your listening skills and also exposes you to different dialects and colloquialisms. Technology has made language learning more accessible than ever before. There are now many different language learning apps and online resources that can help you practice and improve your language skills on the go. You can find the frequency of word usage online using multiple tools and prioritize those. Start small. Begin by learning a few basic phrases and sentences. This will help you get comfortable with the new sounds and grammar of that language, and you'll be able to start communicating right away. Set goals. Set specific, achievable goals for yourself. This could be anything from learning a set number of words or phrases to be able to hold a basic conversation in the language. Make it a habit. Set aside regular time each day or week to practice your language skills. Make it a part of your routine. The more you practice, the more quickly you'll improve. Practice makes permanent. With the right approach, dedication, and consistent effort, you can achieve your goal of speaking a new language. Remember to use multiple resources and immerse yourself as much as possible. Stay motivated and have fun. So if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe if this was valuable, and drop a thumbs up for more.